All right, 432 Weather Impact Live for our Friday afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins.
And I'm 10 Tampa Bay Meteorologist Colleen Campbell.
And it's a big day. It's our spring day, right?
Yeah, it feels good.
It's gorgeous out there.
Yeah.
It is so nice. Sunny, lower 70s away from the water, very comfortable and dry, of course. Friday night looks fantastic, but as the day on Saturday wears on, Old Man Winter's coming back.
Yeah.
And in a pretty big way.
A lot of people in town, so hopefully they packed their winter gear because they're going to need it.
Well, and their patience a little bit, as we always say, because traffic is not good out there already, and it's just going to be pretty thin. We got Burt Kreischer. You know, I need to get the graphic, and maybe I'll put it on my Facebook page. We had a graphic that we ran on the news earlier that was all the different events that are going on. And does not include Kumquat Festival because they postponed it. I think March 8th is now they did that.
Okay.
But Burt Kreischer's in tonight, obviously with Gasparilla, and then we have the NHL series game.
Yeah.
A lot going on there. Let's talk about weather, guys. If somebody in the back could roll on this, I'd appreciate that. We are looking at a weather impact alert for tomorrow, okay? And in fact, we're going to do it. We're doing a weather impact alert for Saturday, all day and evening.
Yeah.
Sunday morning and Monday morning as well. All right. Saturday, cold, yes, but windy. Gusts to near 40 miles per hour. A couple sprinkles, not a big deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
But chilly for sure. Sunday morning, extreme cold warning.
Yep.
That's wild for us.
Yeah, the first time we've had that extreme cold warnings.
So it sounds extreme with the word in there, right? But it used to be called a wind chill warning, which meant that the wind chills would be so low that you get a warning from the National Weather Service from that.
Yeah.
Back in 2024, they changed that naming, and so now it's called an extreme cold advisor or watch or warning. Now we're into the warning period. All right, so that's for Sunday morning, and something very similar to that to Monday morning. Okay, so those are the cold temperatures. Let's get into the big reason why. This air mass actually originated north of Alaska. Up Juneau, Alaska, kind of that area, maybe to the north. It's coming all the way south into Miami. They're going to be very close. They're going to be really close to freezing in Miami. I think right there on the coast, probably not, but it's going to be close. And we're talking iguanas falling everywhere.
Yes,
all right?
They're very invasive down there too, so
Yeah.
they'll be everywhere.
This is the coldest that we've seen so far this season. I know we keep saying this, but one's gotten colder after the other. This is the one that's made it further south than any of the other troughs with the cold air. So that's really good reasoning for it. And here's the good news. It doesn't last long. By Tuesday, we're in the 60s. Wednesday, we're 70. Okay? So we're going to flip this back around. Not going to take too long. But here we go, the headline. So a few sprinkles tomorrow morning. There's actually a rain chance, I should say, late tonight. South of I-4 in Manatee and Sarasota County. And we'll show you this 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. All right? And then it's out of there. During Gasparilla, there's a few sprinkles. But the headline is clouds and wind. 40 mile per hour wind
Yeah,
gusts?
the winds are going to be brutal.
Out of the north and the
models
west.
hint at 50 mile per hour winds.
Yeah, I think we could see that over the water.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure. Then we get the colder air coming in on those winds. And so then Saturday night into Sunday, the temperatures are dropping. It's going to be really cold out there for the parade, especially near the end of the parade. And then, yes, there is a small snow chance coming in. It's small, but it's there.
Yeah.
I mean, flurries, yes. Accumulating snow, most likely not. But if you get a little flurry kind of training over the same area, maybe you get a little bit, right? I could show you some models that say there are.
Yeah.
But they're crazy models. But, I definitely think we'll see a few flurries around as we go into early on Sunday morning. Then we've got the hockey game, which is going to be fantastic, clearing out, chilly. We'll get the forecast, but generally in the 40s and falling. It's really unfortunate. Jeff Vinnick is one of the owners of the Lightning. He's been owning forever. He really helped set up this outdoor game, right, to come to Tampa, because people are like, what? He did so much work with that. He broke his leg snowmobiling with family yesterday or the day before.
Oh, that's so ironic.
And will not be able to make it.
Jeez.
He's going to have to watch it from where the doctors are taking good care of him. So really sad to hear that. Glad to hear he's okay. But, yeah, that's unfortunate. Bad timing as far as that goes. The weather looks fantastic. In fact, they have to take the top off of the air. They've covered up the ice so that they can control the air in there. They're taking it off early because
I was going to say it's certainly cold enough to support ice.
I think by about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning they should have that thing off of there and
we'll be
ready
have to worry
to go.
about melting, that's for sure.
Okay, let's talk where we're at right now. This is,
It's gorgeous.
Isn't it nice out
Yeah,
there?
it's very deceiving. So anybody that's just arriving into town, it's going to be changing. So
Well, you know, if you're arriving in the town, this is how it should be.
right, yeah.
72 for Tampa
typical, yeah.
is pretty average. It is the average high for this time of the year. Well, I don't think we barely got there. We probably got to about 70 or 71, but ballpark, right? So today is just what it should be. Next 12 hours, if you're going out Friday night, those plans look fantastic as far as the weather goes. The clouds will thicken up. You see that there. But as a result of that, it acts as a blanket, and we still don't have the big cold
Right.
air coming in yet.
Yeah.
So it will stay mild. We'll go lower 50s for lows tonight. That's nice, all right? But as we get into tomorrow, we start with a chance for some snow. Yes, that is going to be something that we're going to be talking about. I can't believe that white you see right there, that is a chance for snow. West Chase, now this has been bumping around, and it will continue to do that. But we'll show you that in more detail. Let's get to Gasparilla first. Let's go in order. So, morning showers, spotty in the afternoon. I mean, real spotty. To me, rain at Gasparilla is not a big deal right now in this particular forecast.
Right.
Just a couple sprinkles.
Yeah. Although I will say it will definitely make everything feel more damp.
Oh,
you know?
yes.
You already have the cold and the wind, and then you have rain early on in the morning, so everything's going to just be wet and chilly.
I mean, if you could be feeling good by 3 p.m.,
Yeah.
you'll be feeling good.
Just
You know what I mean? But
safe,
it's gonna,
yeah.
but the wind starts to pick up. I mean, it's not as bad in the morning, but by late morning around lunchtime, the wind's blowing in the 20s, gusting in the 20s. It'll be gusting in the 40s by the end of the parade.
Yeah.
So it's
I
going
like
to be
that
picking
palm
up.
tree. That's a good.
That's-
Usually we use that for our tropical
Yeah.
storm graphics, but
Well,
it applies here.
A 40-mile-per-hour wind gust is
That's-
tropical
yeah.
storm force.
Yeah, so it works.
So yeah, and again, the temperatures are dropping throughout the day. So here's tomorrow's forecast. Look at that, 11 a.m., 58. If we get there, I think that's optimistic.
Yeah.
But we could. But then by 5 p.m. and the end of the parade, between 5 and 6, we're in the 40s, upper to mid 40s
Right.
at that. And then the wind is blowing. You see it sustained in the 20s. I mean, a steady wind in
Yeah.
the 20s, which is a lot. And that means gusts in the 30s and 40s. So that is a lot. All right, so let's go basically hour by hour here and zoom in. So you see the rain that's there down south. That's 8 o'clock in the morning. You see the showers off the coast. They're going to fall apart, okay? So let's get in here tight. This is 10 o'clock Saturday morning on Bayshore. 54 degrees, winds gusting at 18. This is 2 o'clock, the beginning of the parade. Now it's 52. The temp has dropped. Gusts near 30 miles per hour.
That's what my eye was drawn to, those wind gusts. Because once that wind starts, especially that northwest wind, that will be our sharp drop in those temperatures.
And that's right around the beginning of the parade.
Yeah.
This is 3 o'clock, 49 degrees, gust in the
Yeah.
30s. 4 o'clock, 48 degrees, gust in the 30s. 5 o'clock, 45 degrees, and gusts to near 40 miles per hour. I mean, that parade is going to get going,
Yeah.
right? You know, and people, I hate to say this, but there's going to be a lot of trash and things that get blown into the bay because the wind's coming from the north and the west, coming out of here, right? You got the wind blowing from this direction, and the parade is right along here. Well, it's not showing up, but the parade is right along here. All right, so there's going to be a
Yeah, I
lot of
didn't
stuff
even
that's
think
out
about
there.
that.
Yeah, that's going to be an issue for cleanup. Here's what that wind looks like. This is 9 in the morning on Saturday, 2 p.m. or 12 p.m. I should say. That's noon. That's 12:30. 3 o'clock. Look at that. Look at the
Clearwater,
gusts on
yeah.
Clearwater
Yep.
and St. Pete. 45 mile per hour wind gust
Yeah.
almost tomorrow.
That's really strong.
So gale warnings, that means boating, guys, no bueno. You do not want to take the boat out tomorrow. We have a wind advisory in effect until 7 a.m. Sunday morning, and even breezy after that with less wind in the afternoon, but the highest winds will go through 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. Now, look at the feels like temperature. 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, 53 there, 39 by 5 to 6 o'clock. That's what it will feel like out there. Here's the chance for some snow. Look at this, 6 o'clock. Look at Pasco County.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if we don't see snow, we were saying this yesterday, you'll at least see sleet in some of these locations.
Well,
So-
yeah, and we're talking real spotty.
Right.
Like most people aren't going to see this, but the ones that do, if you happen to live up there in northern Pinellas, northwest Hillsboro, this is 11 p.m. Saturday. Look at that. And these have been moving around on the models,
Yeah.
but it's these real small little areas that we'll be watching for. That's 1 a.m. Sunday, 3:30 a.m. Sunday, 5 a.m. Sunday, 6:30 a.m., 8 a.m. So there's a chance, I think, through about 8 or 9 in the morning to see at least a snowflake, and some models would actually show us getting accumulation,
dusting.
which I
Yep.
mean, that seems a lot
I
harder
know.
to do. Look, in 1989, we had just a very small dusting, right? but the dynamics in the atmosphere were different. We had a low much closer to us. It had lift. This is not that setup. It's just cold air coming across the water.
Right.
So we're not squeezing a whole lot of moisture out, but we are bringing in this cold air. Those are the wake-up temps. Sunday morning, 20s and low to mid 30s. Factor in the wind. That's what it feels like 17 in Lakeland in the morning with the wind chill. 16 in Crystal River.
That's where that extreme cold comes in.
Yeah, that's it. And as we go through Sunday, you can see the feels like temperature at the beginning of the hockey game, 30s and 40s, and it will go down throughout the hockey game.
Definitely need those hand warmers. I don't even know if they sell them around here. The hand warmers,
yeah,
you
that's
just
right.
shake them and put them in your shoes.
I don't think they really do.
Yeah.
So as a result, because of Sunday morning being so cold, we have an extreme cold warning. Change that to warning now. And then a freeze warning basically all the way down there to Manatee and Sarasota County, and cold weather advisory right there at the beaches. Look at that weekend forecast. Barely 58, and that's early in the day. Most of tomorrow afternoon's in the 40s, and then staying in the 40s by the time
a complete 180
we get towards Sunday afternoon. And then you know what? That is fantastic weather for the NHL Stadium Series. The Bruins are in town to take on the Lightning, and it is going to be fantastic. So good-looking weather as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
If we could have just had today's weather for Gasparilla.
I know. That would have been great.
What a difference.
For the hockey, anybody that is going to that, I would think that they would be prepared for, you were saying your kids have their hockey gear.
Yeah.
And, you have to wear, like, specific, moisture wicking, because you still sweat outside.
Think skiing, think snowboard. You need gloves, hats, and big jackets.
Yeah.